A wise man once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence then is not an act but a habit. And I completely agree with this quote. Even if I had some doubts, they are all cleared now after reading this book, The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business by Charles Duhigg. And trust me, I didn't finish this book in one go. I took a lot of time grasping all the knowledge that it had to give me, and I tried to apply it in my daily life also when I was trying to form some new habits. So today I'm going to give you my honest opinion about this book, and I'll tell you how it helped me to form two very healthy habits. So stay with me till the end of this video. Hey guys, I'm Avni and you're welcome to Books Amaze, and today I'm going to talk about The Power of Habit. And this book is an amazing book which falls into the category of self-help, and its author Charles Duhigg is also a big shot. He is a graduate from Harvard Business School and Yale College. He is an investigative reporter for the New York Times. He has won several awards. He has given some profound TEDx talks as well. But keeping all that aside, let me give you today a very basic, a very layman's point of view about this book. Of course, from the title of this book, you can make out that this book talks about habits, their formation and all. But let's go to the very basic grain of hierarchy and let's find out how this book helps an individual to shape or change their habits. Well, to answer that, let me first tell you about the structure of this book. This book is divided into three parts. The first part is the habits of individuals. The second part is the habits of successful organizations. And the third part is called the habits of societies. And this book has several case studies. In fact, this book starts with a very interesting case study which is of an Alzheimer's patient, which I'm hoping you already know, that is a disease in which the patient starts forgetting things, like very basic things like their own name or their family members. And the same thing happened with this patient Eugene also. But what he did not forget was his way back home whenever he went out for a walk, or very basic mundane things which he used to do on a daily basis. So how did all that happen? That surprises doctors a lot. And this was the very first case when the scientists started to research his brain to find out about habits. And that's when the very first research paper talking about habits was published, and since then there have been several case studies and researches which talks about the benefits of keeping habits. And likewise, there are many real life examples throughout in this book, but some of the ones that I really like were how Michael Phelps did certain things on a daily basis which helped him become the biggest swimming champion, or how some advertisers first advertised about toothpaste, convincing people that they should brush their teeth with toothpaste, something which was never happening before, and how they made millions and billions using this idea, or how chains like Starbucks and McDonald's became what they are today just by applying some daily habits and being consistent with them. Like the way they look and feel, like the way their employees talk to their customers in a certain way throughout the world, which makes you go to them each time, even if you know that caffeine and junk food are not good for your health. But what I really liked in this book is the very minute breakdown of how habits are actually formed. So Charles Duhigg talks about a habit loop which consists of three things: cue, routine and reward. Any habit that we have or we want to have, we must first understand the cycle of cue, routine and reward. Let me give you an example of a habit that we almost all of us have, which is to brush our teeth the first thing in the morning after getting freshened up. Remember how when we were kids, our parents used to tell us to brush our teeth daily? We had to be told to do this. Now we are not. It's like something installed in our brain. We don't need anyone to tell us to brush our teeth. It has become very habitual. So how did it become a habit actually? See, unknowingly, we all have been following this loop of cue, routine, reward for years when it comes to brush our teeth. Let me break it down for you. So the cue here is as soon as we wake up, we freshen up ourselves, we wash our face, we have that toothpaste and toothbrush right in front of our eyes over the sink. So we know, our brain knows that when we are washing our face, the next thing we have to do is to brush our teeth. Imagine if that toothbrush or toothpaste have been kept in our closets. Would we go there, take out that toothbrush, toothpaste, do the thing and then keep it there? Most likely not. Now the routine here is, as I said, waking up, freshening up yourself, washing up your face. So we have been doing this for over so many years that it is now ingrained in our brains. We know this routine by heart. It is the most mundane thing we do, still we do it. And what is the reward here? It is a tingling sensation, that fresh feeling you get after you brush your teeth, which makes you feel super fresh. And let me tell you that tingling sensation, that minty kind of a feeling that you get, is actually a chemical which these toothbrush companies deliberately put there in your toothpaste to make you feel that kind of a feeling. You'll know about it in detail when you read this book. So likewise, if you want to create a new habit for yourself, like reading a book daily or like doing exercises daily or going for a walk daily or some healthy eating habits, you need to understand the cycle of cue routine reward and you will have to work according to that cycle. For example, you will have to put cues in front of your eyes so you can easily see them and you can trigger your brain that this is the next thing that you have to do. For example, if you want to go for a walk the next day, plan a night ahead. What are you going to wear tomorrow? What are your shoes and socks, and just put them somewhere right behind your bed or right behind your stairs so that you can see it. Take them out of those shoe racks and try to form a routine and be consistent with it. Even if it is for a 10-minute walk or a 5-minute walk, just go for it and then come back. Slowly and gradually you can increase your time. And initially, don't forget to reward yourself. You can reward with anything that you like a fresh smoothie or a bowl of fruits that you like. Similarly, if you want to read a book, keep a book near your bedside, turn off your Wi-Fi 20 minutes before you go to your bed and read that book. Trigger your brain to read that book instead of scrolling through your phone. And trust me, slowly and gradually these things will come very naturally to you. Accomplishing the task itself will become a reward for you instead of going for a reward for any materialistic thing. If I talk about myself, I have started this very simple routine of eating one fruit, at least one fruit daily. And what's my cue for it? As soon as I wake up, I have that full glass of water, I do some mild exercises. That routine is itself my cue. That after that exercise, I need to give something to my body. So for that bowl of fruit which I have cut the last night is my cue. And my reward is that energized feeling I get after eating that bowl of fruit, which by the way I have done just after my exercise. So in a way I have incorporated these two healthy habits one after another so that they are giving a cue to me. So my cue here for doing exercises is to have that full glass of water, maybe warm water or simple plain water. And that exercise, finishing that exercise is my reward to eat that bowl of fruit. But initially when I started doing these habits, I had one more interesting reward for myself. I'm a social media person. I love to put photos on Instagram or Facebook. So I used to click pictures of those bowl of fruit and I used to post it on my Instagram stories so that I felt good that I did something, I accomplished something. Also, I have a calendar here in which I write about stuff like the videos that I'm gonna make, the good food habits that I followed in a day. So I also write that I ate 2 fruits this day, I did some sort of exercise this day. So that also gives me a very satisfying experience or a very pleasant feel that yes, I did something and I have this calendar right in front of my eyes so I can look at it at the end of the week and feel good about myself. So this is something that you can initially do when you're forming some new habits. And these 2 habits have actually helped me in many other aspects of my life. I feel energized the whole day, my sugar consumption has decreased because I get that sugar dose through fruits because they are very high in fructose. So I don't crave for sugar as I used to do previously. Even I have stopped putting sugar in my tea, instead I put jaggery. There are so many other habits that I still need to work on, but one thing at a time because your brain needs to process all this new information that you're feeding it. So overall, I would say that this is a very good book. It helped me a lot and you should definitely go for it. But I would say that I'm head over heels in love with this book or impressed by this book. But definitely it piqued my interest to try other books like this, which talks about willpower or consistency or habits formation. So I would now definitely go for books like Atomic Habits, Willpower, The War of Art, etc. But keep this in mind that consuming all this information only won't be enough. You must try to apply them in your life and see the change for yourself. But for the starters, this book is actually very good. And thankfully it doesn't talk about some random strangers whose life have been drastically changed after doing something. It talks about successful people and organizations that we already know, and the breakdown of their routines is at very root level. So it helps a lot. So go ahead, give it a try. I'm mentioning the Amazon link of this book in the description box below, and that link is my affiliate link. So if you'll buy it from that link, it will really help me a lot. So this was my review about The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Tell me in the comment section below what are your thoughts about this book. Have you read it? Do you want to read it? Tell me. And for more such book reviews and educational content, please subscribe to my channel Books Amaze. I talk a lot about books both in Hindi and English languages. And I'll see you soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourself, keep reading and keep smiling. Bye.